All right, Dre, we are live again.
We are live.
Quick little cheers.
Cheers.
Another great podcast day. Happy April Fool's Day. Anybody hit you with anything slick?
Yeah, the weather.
I was say other than that snow. Mother Nature's a B-word.
Yeah, the weather was something else today.
I heard it might snow, but I thought that was a joke, so I didn't take it serious. But I had to scrape my windows before I could get out of my driveway. I didn't have to shovel snow. I just had to scrape the windows. Some people had a little bit worse, but shit.
I'm one of the people, I let my car run for like 30, 35 minutes. All you environmentalists out there to say it's bad for the environment. Yeah, I understand. I get it. It's also bad for my skin. If I get into a cold car, I get dry skin, okay? So it's going to run until it's warm.
Unless
Sorry.
y'all sending lotion, you better shut up.
Right. Unless you get sending me the Jergens.
No, I'd let mine run for like 10 minutes, but it still wasn't enough. Also, yesterday was 70, so the thermostat was a little bit toward the blue. It wasn't quite toward the red.
Yeah, my air conditioner kicked on. I said, hell no. That's not happening.
Satan.
Right.
Not today. No, I didn't. Yeah, that's the biggest April Fool's thing I had going was that. Luckily, I didn't have anybody hit me with any slick tricks or anything like that.
No, it's different when you got to go to work. Ain't nobody playing the game because they don't want to be there neither.
I think the difference this year, at least for the last 5, is I knew it was April Fool's Day like when I woke up. Usually I wake up late on this day. I don't know why. It's just I always wake up late this day.
You just
I don't know. I don't know usually.
Oh, okay.
So whatever you tell me, I'm believing. Usually. Unless it's some like super out of the norm, doesn't make sense. But like usually you could get me on April Fool's Day. Today I woke up like, You say some shit. You better hope it ain't true. Come help. My cousin's stuck under the truck. Well, that's where he's gonna be.
Right. How'd he get there?
See if he's there on April 2nd.
Right.
If I don't go help, he might be. I don't know, but you better hope today ain't the day. But yeah, we had this general idea of how we're gonna start this podcast, and I had a question kind of brewing all day. You weren't ready for it yet, so.
Yeah, Dre's a little nervous because I
don't think it's a nervous question, but I think you're the right person to ask this question.
All right. I mean, all I can do is give you my best. I don't know.
All right. So in the grand scheme of things.
Wait a minute. In the grand scheme of things.
I told you we weren't going to talk about certain shit.
Okay. Wait.
In the grand scheme of things, life's happening. You are a certain type of person. Everybody is. At the end of the day, what do you want to be known for?
At the end of like the work day?
At the end of the day.
Or like when I die?
At the end of the day. We might not be here tomorrow.
I mean, I never plan on being anywhere.
So
tomorrow.
At the end of the day, that's all you got. Like you don't know, you can't plan for the end of the week or the end of the month. This is it. Today's April 1st.
So this is it.
Is it? There's only 38 days in April. So
you just say there's 38 days in April?
There's only 30 days in April.
Oh, I was about to say
I was like 38.
Say, ain't 38 nothing.
No, I was going to say 31, but my sister's birthday is definitely April 30th.
I'm about to say.
That's the last day. So there's that 30. It's a little stretch.
Okay, I was just done. I was like, man, I know sometimes people be like, all right, I'll see you on February 30th. And I'm like, huh?
It's like when somebody that's like, oh, do you know when my birthday is? It's like September.
Right.
17.
I'm close, right?
Right. Remember, it's a Thursday.
Right.
Sometimes. No, but like you don't know. You can't plan for the rest of the month. You try to, but like at the end of the day, what do you want to be known for?
What do I want to be known for?
I feel like you work really hard at a lot of things. You have to have some mindset. Maybe you don't. I don't know.
All right. So when you say what I want to be known for, are you speaking as what I want to be like? If I'm here tomorrow, like what will people know me for, or what will I be remembered by? Because it's kind of one and the same, but at the same time, it's different.
I think, and I heard somebody else ask somebody this question, and that's kind of like where I got it. And then I started getting curious, like, let's have a conversation about it. But I wouldn't tell you about it earlier because then you'd think too much. I wanted like genuine. I think go with your original thought on how it was asked. Just plain out.
Original thought on how it was asked.
If somebody asked me, I know how I would answer it, like, or at least geared toward.
So if you were to ask the question one more time. One more time. Say it with your chest.
We are live on the podcast.
Yeah,
Happy April Fool's Day.
I hear you. Say it with your chest.
I heard that. No. At the end of the day, what do you want to be known for?
I want to be known for being genuine in everything that I do. As you know, I'm a interesting type of person. We'll put it that way. But
I think somebody called me a unicorn one time. Ain't many like them.
I would have to say I don't. There's nothing that I mean, it's stupid shit I could apologize for, this, that, and the other. But I would have to say I would want, people to know me by like how genuine I am. Like everything I do, I put anything and everything I have into it.
Okay.
That's just how I am. That's how I was raised. That's just how I go. Whatever job, whatever relationship I have, whatever friendship I have, my relationship with anybody, I want people to know like how genuine I am.
Okay.
There's people that, I'm not really close with, that I've done things for, that I'm just like,
that list is long.
Yeah. I'd probably never write it because it'd be too long.
Yeah, I get it.
But it's just, it's one of them things where like, I just want people to know like I'm a very genuine person, and, I care about a lot of stuff, care about a lot of people. And if I were to leave, this earth tomorrow, like I would just want people to be left with like a smile on their face when they think of me. Also, it's funny like you say that, because
I genuinely would not tell him my thoughts on the topic today until we went live. I would not tell him because I wanted this reaction.
So I had to attend their funeral, and I was like, man,
that's not even the reason, but it's ironic.
Right. But so I had to attend a funeral, and I'm all like, all right, so if like, cremated or, full body view and buried in the ground and set in the other, a lot of people, it's easier to, save money, get cremated, this, that, and the other. You bury somebody in the ground, you got to pay for the suit. You got to put shoes. Yeah. I don't know why you got to put shoes on a dead person, but I mean, they only open the bottom half of the casket. I don't know how that works.
I need you to finish that. But my mom asked me probably like 8 to 10 years ago. I walked in to remind you, time difference. I think I just got out of college. I walked in the room. She was like, "Do you want to be buried with like an open casket type thing, or do you want to be cremated?" I was like, "What did you guys have planned or find?"
Let me pour a drink. I'll be right
back. Wait
a
minute, like, what happened? Like, what's going on? And she's like, "No, like we were just thinking, like, what would you rather have? Life?"
Right.
What do you mean? Like,
Can I live?
I'm already gone at that point, I guess, to do what you guys got to do. Like, I'm gone.
Right.
But like me right now, why are you asking young 20-year-old me? Like, what?
Right.
No.
Yeah. See.
No.
In my head,
I'm older now, so like I have thoughts on that. But like, at the time, what? I'm invincible.
In my head, I'm all like, all right, so if I still look good, like, give me an open casket, but just, dress me decent. Like, I don't need shoes. Like, I'm, trying to go see Jesus. And
so have your plans changed since we talked about this like 5 years ago? Do you remember your plans 5 years ago?
I don't remember what I did yesterday.
At your funeral, you wanted...
I wanted to be sitting up.
You want to be standing up in the corner this with sunglasses on.
Trying to be in the audience, y'all.
It's not Say the Last Dance, Say the Last Stance.
Well, see, if I still look good.
If it's at the right angle, you're there.
If I still look good, y'all just get creative, okay?
If we put you standing, it's got the bottom of that's got to be glass so we can see the shoes. Like what's holding them up?
So yeah, if I still look good,
you will be in my cowboy boots. I promise you.
Just do whatever you feel is right. If I get like, I don't know, hit in the head with a bird or something like that and pass out, and I got bird feathers in the swollen
Not
eye.
by a bird, with a bird.
Yeah. Like if somebody pick up a parakeet and swing it at me and smack shit out of me, I mean, ain't much I can do about that.
Toucan Sam.
Yeah, if I get hit by Toucan Sam, like,
you got hit with Fruit Loops.
That's not presentable. So I feel like you can just, cremate me. It's cool. But if I'm still presentable and I can still, if I look good, if I look like this, with like gray hair, just about right here. Oh, I need a shave and a haircut. Sorry, y'all.
Levels of wisdom.
Yeah. So if I look good, like, when I get older, there's a couple of things you need to know. Don't bury me without putting my earrings in.
I already know that.
I don't need shoes because can't nobody see my fitses.
But you want them covered.
Yeah, put socks on me.
You need them. I know.
Yeah, put socks on me because I'm gonna need.
Don't need the list. I got you.
But I need my earrings.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a nice lineup. I don't care if I'm dead. I ain't gonna move. It's gonna be the straightest lineup I ever got.
Can I do the lineup?
Hell no. I'm trying to do my lineup like Blind Adam out here in these streets.
Well, but you got to understand, it's going to be tears in one eye and alcohol in the other. So
yes,
that's going to be my closed eye from drinking. It's going to be my open one from crying. But I can do it.
No, pass.
That's my good eye.
Pass.
That's my good eye. You ain't got no say in it.
Pass. In my afterlife,
if you say something, I win.
Listen, in my afterlife, I will haunt the shit out of you. I had a conversation with somebody.
Halloween. I feel like that's already my destiny.
I'm telling you, I will haunt the shit out of you. I had a conversation the other day. If you were to sit down and take a shit, I'm gonna kick you off the toilet. Every time. So every time you pick up a beer, I'm gonna knock it out your hand.
You didn't have this conversation with me.
No. I was just talking to somebody about like, man, we were on somebody.
Somebody's talking about putting antifreeze in the iced tea. Like, we don't condone that. That was Forensic Files. Happened about 10 years ago. They changed it. The formula is different. But I guess it kind of goes together with the fact that like my mom asked me this at a young age, and even like you saying like your preferences now, I feel like if you go, we're probably going together.
Like me and you?
You got to think about all the crazy shit we done did.
At the same time?
It was one car. Sometimes it was two cars, but
yeah. No, you're right.
So like at the time, I didn't think nothing. I was like, which I'm not like I'm invincible, but looking back, it's like, it made sense. Probably should have gave a good answer.
That seatbelt light don't be flashing for no reason.
My car gave up on the flashing of the seatbelt light.
Yeah.
Oh, it still works. I know it does. Because when other people sit down, it goes boom, boom.
Yeah.
Mine don't boom.
Mine kind of just goes away too, but
yeah, it knows.
I put it on.
But I feel like at some point we got to tell other people this shit, because like if we're gonna do some crazy shit, it's gonna be bad boys for life.
So are we really like?
Is it not?
All right. So what age are you talking about that we gonna do some crazy shit? Because
where have you been for the last 10?
10
plus years.
We done some crazy shit.
But what I'm saying is like, if you're gonna go do some crazy shit, you just gonna go do it.
All right. Well, see, you gotta understand now. Like my crazy shit is like leaving my trash cans out a day past when they.
On a windy day, and if you need somebody to help you get the other one, who you calling? That's what I'm saying.
Like my crazy shit's a little bit different these days.
Perhaps, yeah. But I'm just in the past.
But I mean, if there was an evening I was, I don't know, I guess to get reckless. I don't know. Hard to tell. No, I mean, I guess we probably go out together with a bang. I don't know.
It's funny to think about that too, because like the reckless night, like
we're discussing dying, right? Like we are literally talking about end of the road.
We're talking about not dying, but the reckless text used to come at like 11:30. Like, what you doing? Now, if it's after 7:30, it's just like a TikTok, right? Or it was like, shit, sorry, I just texted you back 8 hours later. I was napping.
Right. I feel like if my phone ring past a certain time, you better be dying.
Yeah, because after 6:30 is different. Like it used to be 11:30, be like, hey, like drink, where we going, whatever,
Right.
like
Yeah.
Or like our days where we got off at like 11:30 anyway, we'd go out after that. Like
right. I wish I would.
Oh yeah.
I wish I would.
Different shit.
I come up with like something stupid, like, man, my turning signal went out on the way home. I can't even make it. I don't want to get a ticket. I got to go through Lindale. Like, it would be something dumb.
You know it's a different Drake because he ain't used turn signals before.
I'm about to say, it
wasn't that he didn't use them. He just saved the light for a better time.
Pretty much,
Man, you gotta say it because it's only got so many blinks.
Yeah.
There's a limit.
Yeah.
Read the box.
Sometimes you got to put that turning signal fluid in there.
Yeah, that box will tell you there's only so many blinks per light. Shit, you got to use them at the right place.
Absolutely. Yeah, life's different.
Because you can catch a warning certain times. Like,
I don't get warned. My warning is when I see the lights turn on.
All right, you got a big let off the one time. I was in the car with you. That might have saved you a lot. I didn't blink or nothing.
Is that the time you learned how to drive stick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because we went.
That dude was new. I don't think he expected my reaction because I didn't expect his reaction.
I didn't expect to get pulled over.
Yeah, like so, I had a sensible vehicle. Usually, so the car before that, it was like a dope man car. I used to have a.
My current car was a dope man car.
Oh.
As the cops told us the other time.
Right.
They was like, well, shit, I'm confused now. Like, why does he have the dope man car?
Right. So I used to have
like, well, why not?
A 96 Cutlass Supreme. It was all white. It was Foxy Roxy.
I said, it was Roxy.
And Roxy had rims. Roxy had tinted windows. Roxy had sounds in the trunk. Everything that looked like I sold drugs and was doing all the wrong things, except
Roxy didn't have brakes. She didn't have a control arm. She didn't have a tie rod.
Roxy had all the parts in the trunk. So
they were brand new parts.
Yeah. I had to get rid of Roxy, so I got the grocery getter, which was my Kia Sportage.
Yeah.
It was a stick shift. Some stuff had went down. Apparently, at some point, my license has gotten suspended. No one told me about it.
I feel like that's some news you should probably like be told.
Well, so all right.
Well, I feel like they should make sure you know.
So in our generation, so my address on my license was Nana's address.
Ooh.
So any mail the DMV were to send,
but still,
went to Nana's house.
They should make sure you know.
Yeah, no, they don't care. So got pulled over by Lindale, and the guy says, "Hey, your license has been." I said, "No, that's kind of not possible because I drive for a living." The
backstory is we just hit the gym and did a really hard leg day, and not one of us could walk to the car. Couldn't figure out how we were about to get home anyway.
Right.
So like walking like a newborn giraffe.
It was bad.
And he's like, I can figure out. He knows how to drive a stick. He's got this, but like legs don't work type shit.
Yeah, it was difficult.
So here we are doing the speed limit through Lindale because everybody knows how they are.
I don't even know what he said. Like I think he just ran my plate.
He ran the plate, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I didn't do anything wrong.
He just ran the plate.
He just ran my plate.
And he pulled us over.
And yeah, he didn't give me a ticket or anything like that. You know, he just said, "Hey, you got some stuff you got to figure out. You got to call this, that, and the other." So I was like, "All right, cool." He said, "I'm gonna let you go, but your friend's got to drive home." And I was like, "Ooh, okay."
I was like, "Who you about to call?"
So
who you calling? How much time we got? Who you calling?
So me and Mike switched seats, and
it took me like a minute and a half to walk around the car. Shit, my legs hurt.
So Mike tried to wave the officer around the car.
In my mind, I was so smooth.
He was like,
I watched him in the mirror, and we made eye contact, and I was like, now mind you, because he ran my plate. We were one street over from my house.
Right. We was almost there.
It was like 32 houses away from home. So I was like, go ahead. And he did the you too.
Yeah.
Oh no. I was telling like you to go around.
No, he didn't.
He said
see
no,
it
I was
that
telling
way.
you to go.
He didn't see it that way at all.
I was like, well shit, what are we about to do?
I was like, all
he
right,
said,
Mike.
Put your leg on that pedal. I was like, my leg don't work right now.
I said, Mike, you got the steering wheel and the pedals. I'll shift.
I couldn't move my legs. I had to have the hand to move the leg. It was like, I can't do this right now.
He made it though. We made it. We got to his driveway and then he stalled. But hey, we made it to the driveway.
A steep driveway.
Yeah, we made it to the driveway.
It was great for no legs.
Yeah, it was, man. But no, he did save me that time. I don't know how the hell that happened or what happened.
I don't know what came about that. Like how he didn't know what was going on. We didn't know what was going on. I think he knew that. Yeah. It was genuine.
I might say,
no clue.
You can tell when somebody's like actually like surprised. Like, what?
Because you got like mad. Like,
yeah, because I was like, bitch, I drive for a living. Like, go check the computer.
Oh no, like my job requires this.
Right.
Like, what the hell are you talking about?
But then when he let me go, I was like, well, shit, don't tell him.
Right. Well, so we got us.
Like, I need that check.
Yeah, that was a very interesting time.
So, what made you want to ask about like that?
I heard another conversation. I don't even remember who it was, but I remember somebody else having this conversation. Like, what do you want to be known for? Mm-hmm. And I feel like it bounced off of our last podcast a little bit, like with work ethic and like just what's your statement? Like, companies have a mission statement and they do this stuff, and like whether they stick by it or not is, on them. And that's why you see so many companies in the news going through the politics and all that bullshit. But like, what do you want to be known for at the end of the day? Like, because you're working really hard for something. Now, people that don't really work hard don't think about that question.
Right.
If they're just kind of getting by life, and that's not a affordable thing. It's just like somebody working very hard versus somebody just whatever, like, whatever happens, and just not even like pursuing things, whatever. They don't have that same thought.
Right. So
with somebody who is working that hard, pick their brain a little bit just to kind of give people the mindset. And another thought like that went into it when I was like, all right, this is a good question to ask. I want to look back on this and, future episodes and be like, are we still there?
Right.
Like, is that still what you want to be known for, or has it evolved? And like, one thing I've learned is change is okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like the mindsets and stuff like that. Like, I thought I had a great mindset 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And 5 years before that, I thought I had a great mindset too.
Right.
But like, it changed a little bit when I grew up and realized like what's really going on in the world. And then like, as you grow, you change that. So like, just kind of a look back thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like show people that you don't have to be stuck.
That makes sense.
But also like, they're not alone if like they have like thoughts of they want to do this, but they're not there yet. And
all right. So what's your answer?
What do I want to be known for?
I think that's the question.
I think like at the end of the day, just like know the things I talked about. I meant what I said. I was that person who like really.
He said I was walking home. I'm walking home.
All right. I'm going to go a little bit more into my conversation. But I just had a conversation with my mom probably like 3 or 4 days ago. And I was like, oh no, like I need to be spiteful. Like I'm spiteful. I was like, this is just like that time I walked home from Dre's house. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, what do you mean what I was talking about? Like, what
she got to know it.
I was like, I
didn't drive.
I was like, I walked past your house to get to mine.
Right.
And she's like, what? I was like, remember that concert I went to? I was like, we had the conversation like we was about to have the fire at Dre's house. And then plans changed closer. Like we got home, everybody got tired. It's like my ride was like sitting there. I was like, hey, give me a second. I'm going to figure things out. I'm going to come back and let you know. Like I walked up, Dre said, no, probably no fire tonight. I looked back, my ride left. I called said ride. They ignored me twice. Yeah. I said, all right, Dre, have a good night. He said, well, the hell you mean have a good night? Like, where are you going? I said, I'm going home. He said, but your ride left. I was like, oh yeah, I'm walking. He's like, it's like 2.5 miles. Oh, I know, I got plenty of time.
He didn't care.
I was like, well, shit, it's like 12:30 now. This is way before COVID, so I got till like 3 o'clock to get a drink at a bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
I ain't never followed nobody walking before.
So like I apparently my mom never listened to this whole story because she was surprised by everything I said. I'm like, oh no. Like I walked and I stopped at the bar. I bought a round of shots. I stopped at the it was Dairy Mart
Yeah.
They weren't open. I was pretty mad because I was trying to get me a little pop for the rest of my walk. And I was like, the whole time, Dre was driving next to me at 25 miles an hour. He's like, Mike, get in the truck. I was like, oh, no. I was like, see, here's the thing. I can't win this debate in the future if I get in the car now. I can't talk about how I walked all the way home if I get in the truck now. I was like, I'm not that kind of person.
My man walked all the way home.
If I'm going to say I walked home, I'm walking all the way home.
There's a point I parked and said he'd be coming around that mountain when he...
When I started walking, I think it was like 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And still, again, hit that bar, bought the round of shots, made sure everybody else was good because I was pissed. And I was like, damn, dude, like, I can't win this debate later if I don't walk all the way. Got to do it. Them Timbs, man, they got some miles on them. man, walked the souls out of it. It was hot as shit. I had Timbs and khaki shorts on.
I might say it was
that was a statement.
I don't remember whose concert it was, but it was a Blossom concert.
Oh, it was definitely a Blossom concert. I don't remember which one it was. Mega Ticket. But again, when I say it, I mean it. And like, I think I'm a little bit more riled up than you are sometimes. Like, you know, you're genuine, so that's like a sincere way of saying it. Like, I mean that too, but sometimes like with coaching and like just, you know, trying to teach young individuals, whether it be sports or at work or stuff like that, like sometimes I just get hyped up or like I got to get their attention some way different because they're not looking for, okay, listen, like it'd be better if you did this. Like that
chancla.
Yeah. If you don't get your ass over there right now.
Mira!
Yeah, see, I thought Mira was a person.
No.
When I worked at McDonald's, I was 15 years old and everybody spoke Spanish but me.
But you look like you could speak Spanish.
It was all mad. So mad.
They're like, what you mean you don't understand me?
Yeah. Oh, well, the guy that trained me for 3 hours, somebody else looked at me and they were like, hey, look, he's about to get fired. Like, don't listen to anything he says.
Oh.
When I say I'm literal, I ain't listen to shit he said. He was walking and like he'd be talking, but he was like looking over here. I wasn't listening to him. I was like scouting out the place. All right, what we got going on, whatever. So he trained me for 3 hours on everything he thought he knew. Somebody came in, they tried to order in Spanish. I was like, ooh, no, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. He's like, I trained you in Spanish. I was like, ooh, they told me you about to get fired. I was like, I didn't listen to anything you said. I'm sorry. He's like, what? I was like, talk to the boss.
Right.
I was like, I might have your job. I don't know, but I don't speak Spanish. Like, what'd you need? I don't got it. But they kept saying Mira, and I thought Mira was a person. I thought that was a name. I thought they were in trouble. I was like, shit, they ain't listening to nobody.
No, man.
They said, hey, you. I didn't know that.
Mira, that's an attention getter right there.
Oh, not mine. You ain't got mine at all.
There's a couple things I learned.
Now, yes, but then, no.
There's like a couple things I learned from Hispanics that are like Mike. Attention getters. So like Mira, I obviously learned what chancla means. Somebody about to get their ass whooped with a flip flop.
Means a lot more when you get hit with it.
Yeah. I was at a drive-through one day with Brenda, and
what's she drive-through? Was it a drive-through before she showed up?
So look, yeah.
What did she Medea that shit, or was it like an establishment already?
We get to this drive-through, and Brenda's in this. She had like a Chevy Malibu at the time, and then somebody pulled up next to her who knew her, and they was in like this Honda Civic, and they revved their engines up, and it was like vroom vroom, and I was like, oh, that's what's up. She put her car in neutral.
That's the old school version of him saying, ow.
Yeah. She put her car in neutral, and she revved up the engine, and then put it back in drive, and then the Honda Civic took off. I said, Brenda, what the hell was that? She said, oh, that's just how we say hi. I was like, y'all couldn't roll the window down and wave? Like, what you mean?
All right, so, I mean, I guess everybody's a little different, but I remember when Brittany McCune had the...
you put it out there.
She had the windows tinted on her car. So I took her up there, made sure she, like, got a deal, whatever. Yeah. We went and like got food or whatever while she was waiting. Came up to a red light, happened to see Billy there. She hadn't met him yet. So we pull up to Billy. He starts honking the horn. I look over. He's like flipping me off. I'm like, all right, dude. Like, what's up, dog?
Like,
got you. And she's like, all right, what's going on right now? Like, what's happening?
See, at that point, you just get like, okay.
And the her and her was like, no, like, what's going on? Like, what's going on with him? Like, who is that? And I was like, oh no, shit, that's Billy. Like, we're good. She's like, Billy who? And I was like, no, like, I told you about him. Like, we're good. This is like my dog. This is my brother.
Right.
It's like, that's how you guys like talk to each other all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, if you don't greet him with an insult, like, it's just like disrespectful. Like, it's like, well, like, if you don't come up to me and be like, hey, bitch, what's up? Like, what's going on, man?
Right.
How are you? You okay?
Right. If you come in like, hey, y'all, I'm like, all right, what's up?
I was like, oh no, shit. Even in public, we don't care. Like, we let everybody know. Like, I love him.
Right.
Like, what up? She was like, what? And like, she got it later, but at the time, she had no idea. She's
people you close with sometimes even from across the bar, you can be like, I love you, stupid ass.
You remember Kelly's brother Mike when we used to go to the Oreo Club? Like I know him now, but like at the time, like I just kind of knew him, and like when I drank more, I didn't remember who he was.
All right,
and we like weren't supposed to be there anyway, so I'd be like trying to like get a drink, and just somebody's got that Kevin Hart stare, and he's like, Mike, who's that? And I was like, I don't know. I think he's trying to fight, but like I got to get this drink first. He's like, no, he's not. He's.
I don't know him personally, but he knows me, and I like it. Never fails. Like night at the races every year, excluding this year, obviously.
I wish that shit would have happened this year.
But like every year, he's always like, "Hey, Dre, what's up?" Like, "Hey, like, that's me up." And I mean, I'm usually fucking hammered by the time I get to the bar, so I'm all like, "All right, hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Good to see you." Got your
mom cardigan on with your Jack Fire in your back pocket.
Right, got my pink shirt on and my chucks. I'm good.
Salmon.
So I'm
Is
just
it
like,
salmon or salmon?
Yeah.
Salmon or salmon?
It's definitely salmon. I've never said salmon. I just that's just me.
But you hesitated way too much to not have said it at least once.
Because I've heard both.
I feel the color is it like the food is salmon for sure, but the color of what you were wearing, is that salmon or salmon? I
said pink. Salmon, the fish never made it. I said pink. I had on pink. Goddammit. I had on pink. I had on.
He said I'm tone deaf. I thought that was eyes. I don't know. I'm tone blind.
I had a cardigan on and some jeans and some chucks. I was all right. I had pockets. Goddammit. I was okay.
It was the Jack Fire in the back pocket that set it off.
I don't know. But you know, but no. Every time I see that dude, he's always like
he's cool.
trying to dap me up, and I'm just like, dude, hey, what's up? I'm like, who the fuck is that?
I like to give him a hard time. We go back and forth, but he's a good dude. And like at that time, he was looking out for me. It was just, I just wasn't. We weren't supposed to be there. Like we were just having a great time.
Right.
I was drunk as shit. Didn't know who he was. I couldn't see that far across the bar. I see somebody staring at me. I don't know who it is.
Makes sense.
He's like, man, I saw your Twitter. Like, you was posting about, like, going to class or not going to class because it's a nice day. Like, you went to class, right? I think so. I don't remember.
Hard to tell.
I was like, you remember way more about my Twitter.
Right. Did you follow up or no?
Tweeting shit. Like, I don't remember.
All right. So, this episode, I'm coming up with a code word.
What is it? Frankenberries.
Slippery nipples.
That's a code word?
Yeah.
For what?
That means I'm about to go pee.
Just a nipple? People gonna judge you.
I give no fucks. Like, so in my head,
the way I see it,
a lot of
people about to judge you for picking that word.
A lot of people
for that process. I'm just saying, it's just
it's been a 50-50. A lot of people are like, oh man, why would you announce when you about to go do that? And I'm like, well, I can't just walk away. That's rude. Mike's talking to me. It's only us. And then on the other hand, I'm like, well, if I walk away, I know Mike can just, divert his attention to the camera and just keep talking.
You couldn't like look at your phone and be like, hello, Dorothy.
No.
Dorothy.
Nope. Slippery nipple.
Slippery nipple. So now they know, so like doesn't even matter.
But still, like, it's not just me saying like, oh shit, I'm about to like, whenever we got to go to the restaurant.
It's not like that.
No, not at all. I'm just saying, like, whenever one of us got to go to the restroom, we could just be like, all right, slippery nipple.
One of us.
Yeah.
With your weak bladder.
You can say, listen, All right. So my bladder has been through some things. It's called life. Sometimes
this is not that episode.
Sometimes you gotta go. Sometimes you don't. I'm not saying I gotta go like right this second. I'm just saying, whenever I have to go, I'm gonna say slippery nipple. As long as we
I'm not saying I'm
it.
gonna say it. I'm gonna come up with my own word.
All right. Well, you come up with your own word.
Like, hey, good night. I'm gonna go be.
If you say good night, this podcast gonna last a lot longer because I don't know how to turn shit off. I'm gonna just go unplug and stuff.
All right, we got a code word, y'all.
Slippery nipple.
Across the board. Hashtag
slippery nipple.
Why not?
Can we put that on a t-shirt?
Make it trending.
We can do that.
I was gonna say that's a shot. It's buttery nipple. That was a shot.
I've never had a buttery nipple.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you had. Kalahari.
Why are you telling everybody my business?
Kalahari.
I don't remember shifting. Slippery nipple.
Ejectocito, cuz.
We still ain't got comfortable chairs. My ass hurts.
What was that, Wayfair?
Yeah.
Sendaseat.com. Somebody better tell him. We can get that GoFundMe started whenever you guys are ready. $1 doesn't hurt here and there just to get a chair or two. Dre might need two for himself. I don't know. A little wide. He said he was growing. No, but thank you guys for listening this far and taking a break with him. Go ahead and get your popcorn or go to the bathroom yourself. If you're at work, this is a good time to take a break. We're just going to talk it out because it's just me and Dre likes to leave me all by myself all the time. No, seriously, if I had to, answer the question, what would I want to be known for? Just kind of what he said, being a genuine person, but my version of it is I meant that shit. So at some point, yes, it's really nice and I'm a very positive person, 100%. I meant that shit. But also, if I'm mad about something or, something just doesn't, hit me right and I react a certain way, at that time, I meant that shit. I was genuine the entire time. If I think something's wrong, I'm calling you for your bullshit, 100%. And does that make me a good person? That's your judgment. I'm not going to say that. I can't tell you that I'm a good person because everybody has their own, light on the situation. But I think people ask me for advice and ask me certain questions about life because I'm pretty straightforward with it. And I will also give you both sides of that. And that's where people hate the devil's advocate side, where, all right, cool. If you do this or if you think this, you say this, whatever, here's one side of it, but on the opposite, here's the other. So I get people to get mad that I play devil's advocate. I give you equal options on both sides.
What I miss?
Me kind of answering that question a little bit more in depth.
Oh, okay.
So basically, like I said, I want to also be known as a genuine person, but my version of it is I meant that shit.
Okay.
So
you mean what you say. You say what you mean.
Yes, but like I said, it can change in the future. But at that time, if I was mad about something, and I go off or whatever, at that time I meant that shit. Or
right.
If something hit me wrong, I'm gonna say it then.
Right.
I'm not gonna just let people walk all over me, whatever. If something's not right at that time, I'm gonna say how it is then.
Yeah.
And people ask me, probably you too, but I know people that don't know you, so they'll ask me for advice about relationships or life, this, that, and the other, and I play devil's advocate a lot, so I give them both sides. If you do this, if you think this,
right.
Wherever you're at, here's two sides to that story.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, you do and think this, but he or she doesn't think this. Weigh it out before you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Honesty. And sometimes they're not really trying to hear the other person's side because they think they're so right. I understand that because I do the same thing. Again, if I feel it, that's
right.
That's what I mean at the time.
Right.
Doesn't mean I'm right at all. Like, I'm just saying, based on what I have, I'm giving you all I got.
That makes sense.
So like I also take a step back for other people and like just kind of, here's both sides of the situation and give them that, and they don't like that either, but they keep asking me the same question. So they don't hate it. They just don't like to hear shit that doesn't go with their theory.
Right.
I get that too because I'm stubborn. I get it.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that all the time.
It'd be like that sometimes.
All the time.
So I was asked when it comes to like all these different, social medias that are around, how do you think that plays a role in like into like your question? So like when you say I mean when I say like I'm a genuine person. So like if I put something like I look at like my memories from Facebook, and I'm like, who the hell was that even talking back then? Because like the spelling that I used to use.
All right, so
like what?
The professional me right now, it's funny you say that because I get these memories every day, and like it's not 2-3 years ago, it's like 10-12 years ago because we're that old on Facebook, y'all.
I guess so.
And I delete every one of their memory statuses. I delete them because like at the time.
Wait, whoa. You can delete them?
Hell yeah.
So they don't pop up next year?
Oh, I delete them.
What?
So here's the thing. Like,
no one told me this.
Because when I was posting those messages and I'm looking at them, it was definitely me short texting. And I remember which phone I was on. I was on the Envy. And it was the one that like up and down, it was a regular, like kind of like Nokia phone at the time. We had like the little T9 and shit, but like it would flip open and it had the full keyboard sideways.
Right.
And then it had the screen above that. And that was probably my favorite phone. But like on the front, you could like short text and T9, whatever. And I would spell back like BAK and like the's DA and
what was WT?
Yeah. And
I was like, huh?
And I'm like trying to read these messages now, and it's like, back in the land, just chilling. Hit me up though. Delete for what? Like, mind you, most places that are like looking for me, like to hire me, they don't with my name correspondence. They don't understand like that's also me. But like, even at that, it's like, oh shit, like I'm different. Like, I changed that.
I be seeing them,
but I laugh because
no one told me you could delete them.
Well, I typed your email address into this this StreamYard account, and I was like, oh shit, he still got it.
That's like my alias email address we had to use for this one.
So I shouldn't say it. Never mind.
No. I mean, they don't know what service it is, so you could say it, but
I was just like, duh. I was like, all right, like I get it though, but I promise you, I delete all of them because like I meant it then, 100%. Right. Like, hey, I'm just chilling in Cleveland. Like, who's trying to hang out? Nobody responded. I didn't get no likes or anything. I was looking back like, damn, I was sad back then. Maybe that's why I was like drinking in the loft so much. I don't know. So
there was a couple where it ended with a
maybe you just text me and you ain't respond to the thing, but like I got one like and like no comment, so nobody cared.
But like mine ended in question mark, and I was like, well, what the fuck was I wondering about?
Right.
Like
well shit, I'm still wondering like, all these years later.
So do you think social media plays a significant role in like what you're going to be, like what you would be known for? Or because see now that I'm developing like the business and I'm doing I got the family thing going on, like so now as we've grown, my social media is what like my life is currently what's going on and what I got going on. It's no longer all right. Like, now it's like this badass. So like, look what he done did. He took all this damn Tupperware out this cabinet.
Unless like somebody's super bored, yes, you can delete them. As you get the members, you delete them.
Oh, okay.
But unless somebody's super bored, they're not scrolling back 10 years of our lives to be like, yo, whatever. Now, people get paid for that job-wise.
Yeah.
But, like, starting a business, no, ain't nobody worried about that. And, like, I think, like, the real side is what were they doing when they were 21? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can they judge you really? But, and, like, they don't even know, you know, what your Thursday night consisted of. They just know what that status was and, like, how you spelled it. That was popular back then.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe it was stupid then, but, like, when they were handwriting notes 10 years before you,
okay,
and they shortcut those notes, is that not the same thing?
So when you say shortcut notes, do you know what comes to mind?
George Strait, do you love me?
Nope.
Do you want to be my
friend? Do you remember
friend?
Mr. Logan trying to put his shorthand notes on the board in health? When I say my man would draw lines and squigglies or circles, and he'd be like,
how long was
that said, welcome to health class. I was like, no, that's like circle, square, triangle, plus, R1.
But
like, it's a cheat code that you put up there.
How long was I in your health class? It was like 2 weeks. I got transferred to first class, and I made sure.
It's weird. I don't know why we weren't in the same class.
I went to counselor. I made sure I got switched to the first class.
Ma'am.
I made a very good argument. I mean, it did. I just genuinely needed to be in the class with everybody to play basketball. But I made a bit better argument than that. She switched my schedule, although 2 of the 4 classes were full.
Mm-hmm.
She switched me. And then because I had him first class for health, when we talked him into going to the gym instead of staying in class for 80 minutes, y'all got to go too. So I helped everybody. Y'all just didn't know it. So, like, when I
can't imagine sitting in the class for 80 minutes now.
But you didn't even know why you weren't sitting in class for 80 minutes.
Oh, no, I had no idea.
Because everybody, like, legit, everybody would turn, and I was, like, 3 rows back, and everybody, Mike, what's your argument today? I'm like, Mr. Logan, the only way I can really learn about health is to, like, just go do it. And, okay, that's kind of a true thing. Like, I'm not, like, somebody that just sits in class all day and watches PowerPoints and, like, I know how to do shit. No, I'm a doer, seer. Let's go do it.
Right.
Let's go play basketball for 80 minutes.
Right.
So that's what we did. And after we did our attendance and we made sure everybody was good, I'm pretty sure Brenda was not in that class, so we got on time. And
she was still in chemistry trying to make up the time she lost.
and because of that, we got to go to the gym. And because we weren't in the class the whole time, you guys got to go to the gym as well. I couldn't do that from 4th period because this class had already sat through 80 minutes. And I learned that after a week and a half. That's why after like that 2nd week, I started with the new class. Like, oh, no, we're going to start early in the morning.
That makes sense.
Because if you remember, after I got switched, that's when I was supposed to be in that math competition.
I feel like after classes got switched, it was a whole lot. I was like, how am I supposed to be in here with you? Like, I feel like I've always been in a certain classroom with a certain type of kid, and that's not you.
Do you remember that math competition I was supposed to be in?
Yeah. So, yeah, supposed to be.
I told this math teacher, like, look, I'm not into it. I got basketball going on. I got a lot of things
happening. Was that Miss
Sacred?
Miss Sacred.
Yeah.
I remember when Sacred called.
She asked me. I said, no, I'm not doing this. She told Gleha he wants to do it. And he came in, and I was like, I'm not doing it. Like, I have no interest in that at all. Not happening. She's like, he would lead the team.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not doing it. He's like, okay, like, I can't make you. I was like, you're right. I'm doing basketball. That's what I'm doing.
Right.
Every chance I get. So I took Tyr to school.
Shout out to Tyr.
Took her to school. I was like, look, you cannot tell them that you rode with me today. They know I bring you to school. You ain't seen me. I ain't answered my phone for the last day and a half. I was like, whatever, however bad you got to make me sound.
Right.
I ain't text you back in 2 days. Let them know.
Saw his license plate on the side of the freeway.
Let them know what happened. You ain't seen me. You had to catch the rap to work. Whatever.
Right.
You ain't seen or heard from me. It's weird, right? I was in Logan's class. I knew there was a phone on the wall, but I didn't know it worked.
Oh man, all them phones worked. All of them.
Well, yeah, but they ain't never call him. So he answered it just before we were supposed to go to the gym. And as soon as he answered it, he looked right at me. He's like, "Yeah, oh, he's here. Yeah, he was here on time. Yeah, the whole day. Yeah." I tell him. He hung up the phone and then he like looked away for a minute as if I wasn't gonna think he was about to talk to me. Like, oh shit, like I'm in the clear. No, motherfucker, like what do you have to say?
Right.
He's like, Mr. Elliott, you don't have to go to you gotta go to the room. Like, all right. I passed 2 security officers and they were like, "You're in trouble."
Do you ever remember like Mr. Logan, like not like when he didn't really want you in trouble, like he wouldn't say nothing about what's going on. He just, I don't know what's going on, or I don't know what happened. Legend. They called and they just wanted you to come here. Like I don't know what happened. He's like, just get your stuff and then see. That's the kind of teacher I would be. Yeah. And I'm like, look, I got a phone call. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Right. What the fuck you done did?
What'd you do?
See, me as a teacher's different. Like, what the fuck you done did?
I might have said that's the kind of teacher he was. Like he was. It was greatness. And also,
I walked up and I was like, "I told you I ain't doing this."
From our last podcast, Miss Lloyd popped up on my people I should know.
Oh, she watch it?
And I added her. I don't know if she added me back
send
yet.
it to her, please. Specificity.
Yes, specificity.
Specificity.
Yeah, she popped up on my people I should know.
Yeah.
So
she didn't pop up on mine. Actually, this is weird because like most of the teachers, I knew their first and last name. I don't know her first name.
Beverly.
I didn't know that.
Oh Lord, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. My bad.
Ooh, I'm gonna add her. Why not? Update her.
Mrs. Lloyd.
Yeah, let her know. Specificity.
Specificity.
Look, we graduated in 2009. 2021. That word is still rocking because of you, girl.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Specificity.
I gotta tag her on this one right here. Like I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. No, if she asks me back,
I'll tag her. Let her know. 52 minutes in. Start watching.
We at 52?
Oh, we at 52. Start watching.
All right, y'all. I be trying to watch this time, but for those of y'all that don't know, I can't see that well.
Them little dots just keep dotting.
I'm gonna say
I be dotting.
I be needing corrective lenses, but
Josh, what's up with the update? Like, where's the glasses at?
Oh, I got my own showings now. I got glasses. I ain't seen them in about 8 months, but I got them.
You get some. We get some. That's a family plan, right?
Yeah.
Is that not the family plan? You get 2 pairs for insurance?
All right, so I finally found somewhere to get glasses, and they accept my insurance, and I ain't got to pay nothing. And I'm like, cool. Last time I went and got glasses.
You've been paying for them, but you just don't know it. But go ahead.
Oh, yeah. But the last time I went and got glasses was the first time I ever went kayaking. The day after we went kayaking, the fucking glasses place closed. And they was like, hey, here's a letter on your new available glasses place. I was like, well, no, I got comfortable with this place. I finally went here after 23 years. And I finally got glasses. And you motherfuckers going to tell me.
Did you say after 23 years?
Well, yeah. I mean,
but you made it sound like you had been going there for 23 years.
Well, no, like
you've been going there for 23 days.
I finally went somewhere after so long.
You knew them for 23 days, not 23 years.
Close enough.
I carry the comma, whatever.
Close enough.
You get it. You understand. You remember.
It matters. Okay.
I think it does. That's my point. It wasn't 23 years of you having great glasses.
You know what, Mike?
I knew it. But if you remember me by anything, I meant that shit. I meant that shit. I think that's the thing. Like, and good or bad, whatever. For me, that's what I want to be remembered by. I'm genuine.
That's a different question.
No. How do you want to be remembered? What do you want to be remembered by? Same thing. What's the difference?
I feel like you asked me something different.
No. At the end of the day, how do you want to be remembered?
That's not what you asked me.
Yeah.
You asked me what I want to be known for.
Remembered by, known for, same thing.
No. What I want to be known for and what I want to be remembered by. One instance I'm dead. One instance I'm not.
You answered it like you was gone.
Well.
Wow. Spell it.
Tomorrow ain't promise.
Spell walk for me.
I can't do that.
Is it WG or GW?
Close. You know what?
No.
Dealer's choice.
All right. So, what do you want to be known for? What I want to be known for is I say what I mean, 100%.
Okay.
And like I think that's why people that are going through things that like they know some people are just kind of they're gonna be nice about it, and they're gonna say things they think they want to hear.
Okay.
They don't want that. Like if you're going through some like hard shit, your mindset is different than somebody else's. But do you want to hear what sounds really nice, or do you want to like actually hear some real shit?
Right. You want to hear the truth for that?
Like I want to hear the truth, and like I want to hear somebody else say it. Like I think for me, it's because maybe it relates to you a little bit too. Like sometimes my truth is hard or sounds bad, and I don't know how to like convey that to somebody else. So I'm like, you know, shit, this is hard. Like, and I think this is the right thing to do, but like, I don't know how to do it the nice way. So it's like that's when I'm in that situation, that's hard, and I understand that. So like, I think other people need to like understand like how to say that. And I'm like, tell them straight up.
I don't know whether you can be cool or come out of a bag on me, but it really don't make a difference.
It does. Like, to the person I'm talking to. The other person, I really probably don't know them that well, but
you know,
because I've never had to sit down between two people.
I think as I've gotten older,
one of them shows like Maury.
Oh man, I'd love like a talk show. Oh, that'd be great. That would be great.
That's what I want to be known for.
That would...
that ain't shit show.
Man, I feel like I would definitely like where I'm at in life now, and the person I've grown to be. I'm a lot more adaptable to be like, listen, it is what it is. I mean, hey,
but
you want to know why you have relationship problems? Well, you a hoe, and your significant other don't like the fact that you a hoe. I mean, it might just be that you a flirt, but at some point you was a hoe, and now it's diminishing to a flirt. But the scare is that you could, become a hoe again. So
my whole, I think it was the start for me.
Being a hoe?
No, it was before that. When you said it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think I have a problem with people who say that.
It is what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I say that like every day.
Because there's a double standard with that, or like a two-set mindset with that. So like on some sets, it's like, am I going to get worked up about this? No, it is what it is. I can't control the situation. I'm going to do what I can.
Right.
But with other people, it's like, if I go take that test and I fail, it is what it is. Like, I think there's the mindset of like, I understand that I can't control life.
Right.
But I'm going to react the way I'm going to react, and I'm going to be me all the way through it. And like, I like that side of it.
I'm going to say that's my...
But I don't like the side where people are like, meh, like, I try, but like, them half-ass people, and they're like, it is what it is. Well, whatever happens, happens. Like, those are the lazy people where it's like, no, you're starting a business.
Right.
In your business mindset, do you say it is what it is, or is like, no, I'm going to find a better way. I'm going to find a different way. I'm going to do this.
Right.
Like, in that mindset, you're not like that. Like, it is what it is. But I understand, like, there's only so many things in life on a daily basis you can control.
Right.
And, like, that's where old school Dre would be like, that's cool.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's cool. And that's where me was like, yo, I just want to see you, like, freak out on somebody and just punch them in the face.
Yeah, Meme's never seen me mad.
My mom was like...
A lot of people haven't seen me mad. I don't get mad. That's not my forte.
My mom would hate the thought of fighting, and, like, if I was ever really close to it, when she was around, she would hate it, but she always wanted to see Dre punch somebody in the face. Yeah. I feel like that was a goal.
Yeah. Meme always told me, she's like, you just
let go sometime and just fucking hit him.
Right. She's like, you're so nice. You're just too damn nice. She's like, sometimes you just gotta let go.
How many people do you punch?
Right.
How many people?
I'm like, Meme, it's me getting mad. It's not a thing. It's not worth it, and it's not pretty, and it's not really worth me going to jail for. So,
but the is what it is. Like, the mindset is just, it's a double-edged sword for me. Where, like I said, some people, I have that mindset too. Where like, I can't control what's gonna like happen
right
tomorrow at work or after I leave work, whenever I go like to the gas station, like whatever's gonna happen, like
right
you know, put my card in, the chip reader's not working, I have to go do something different. Whatever. I can't control that.
right
How I handle it's not me. That is what it is.
yeah
But like some people just like let fate happen on their life.
yeah
I'm not letting that happen. Like I put way too much work in for everything else. Like
right.
that's not it is what it is type situation.
So in my head, when I say it is what it is I can't worry about it because
you have no control over the situation.
Yeah, what's gonna happen is gonna happen.
All you can control is your reaction.
Right.
And
so
that's a big life lesson too.
I'm gonna say it. I can't. If something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And sometimes,
that's my major point.
And sometimes all you can control is the way you react.
Right.
How are you gonna react?
Get this beer. And I'm gonna take a sip.
That's a big reaction. But like
I'm gonna say go on about your business.
I don't think that's a bad reaction in that sense, because like some people are like, oh, like you drink to like solve your problems. Oh no.
No. I drink to think.
I have a beer to relax and to not make my problems your problems.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever seen them TikToks? Like, man, if I didn't drink,
right? Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. If I 100%. Like if I didn't have them 2 shots,
right,
I'd be pissed.
Yeah. Maybe we can. Maybe our next one could talk about how we deal with like problems and stuff.
100%.
Because I feel as though, obviously, I drink a decent deal. I ain't gonna say a great deal. I'm gonna say a decent deal.
It's different now, though. You're drinking decent deal now is different than you did before.
Oh yeah.
With shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
100%. I would love to give like a decompress type thing, and like just go through it.
Yeah, absolutely. How I used to do versus how I do now is a lot different. How I used to do wasn't bad per se. It was just bad when I had to go somewhere else because, well, I had to get there somehow.
Some people say I'm not here for that. Like I can't get there for that. It's different, right? Like I can't. No. I had a request earlier. Ashley said at some point we should do one of these in a onesie each, and I was like, "Yo,
a onesie?
A onesie?
You want to put all this sexiness
in a sleeping bag?
What? You better get double size, extra large." Something.
I was like, "Christmas is far away." She's like, "You don't just have to be on Christmas to get a onesie." I was like hell, I don't even have a one nothing,
man.
If I have a onesie, everything's showing.
I ain't trying to dip that far down to go pee. Wait, no. What's my code word? I can't go slippery nipples. I can't go slippery nipples in a onesie.
We have to tell her watch this far.
Where we at now? What time we at?
1 hour and 2 minutes. 2 minutes now. Yeah, the slippery nipples ain't happening in a onesie.
Yeah, no, it ain't happening.
Yeah, the title of this damn show.
But I think.
But yeah, like that, 100%. Like, you want to do that on the next one?
I think so.
We can take notes and do that.
I think we should do that.
Because I feel like we've grown a lot and we've been through a lot. Like when I say a lot, like I can't say it's more than other people because everybody's been through their their
right,
their share of life. But how do you deal with it? And everybody's got a different personality too.
Yeah.
Do you talk first, or do you like shut down first and then like open up? Like everybody's different,
right? Or do you just go think to yourself, or and
I've been through like different stages too.
Yeah,
so I would like that. I would definitely give a good shout out to that show.
Well, that sounds like that should be our next go-to.
All right, guys, so thank you for listening this far, and next week you already hear what it's about. There. And I know, but I gotta watch this to make sure that everything's still happening.
I'm gonna tell you, it's hard for us to figure out where to look.
I have trust issues because after that first show, when the camera went out, and I was told to look at the camera, but if I'm not looking at the screen, I don't know if it's still happening. I'm gonna figure it out for you guys.
I'm gonna say it's hard to figure out where to look in this thing. Me and Mike try to look at each other a lot just because I feel as though that camera could be on, it could not be on. Hard to tell. Who knows?
Right. Have you ever been in a serious interview session where you feel like you're like overstaring the person? Like somebody,
yes, but I can't speak about it.
Like somebody's interviewing you, and like you're just looking at them, but like you're trying to count how many times you've blinked, and you're like, I don't think I blinked in the last 2 minutes, so you're just looking at them.
So I've been in interviews where I have worried about everything going around me and what's going on outside of the interview than what they're actually talking to me about.
I had a time because I was in business school for Toledo. They gave me a mock interview session. And like, mind you, mock 100% just practicing me giving interviews, like, back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with 2 females. The one was pregnant, and they were like hitting me with questions. Mind you, I was nervous as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had no reason to feel like overconfident. I'm just a student trying to learn from this experience.
Right.
But I feel like I was so awkward in the situation where like I stared at them. And like I was listening to everything they said, but like I didn't.
The crypt keeper.
I didn't think about everything else going on. I was just like trying to get them to understand I was focusing. Mind you, there's 2 of them, so I gotta like bounce back and forth. But I'm just
right,
like not blinking. And I started thinking about it like halfway through. Like, I don't think I've blinked this entire time. Like, this is now
dry eyes.
Now do I blink twice every time I look at them just to make up for the blinks I've missed? Like, how do you do that? Like, what do you do?
You just
butterflies. So I didn't know what to do. And like, oddly enough, this mock interview ended up where I gave them like real stories and like everything. If I can't answer a question, I change it to the way I want the question to be like worded. Like I'll kind of reword it myself and then answer that.
Right.
But like I talk my way through it. I don't just kind of like leave them hanging or ignore what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I just talk my way through it. And at the end of it, they were like, "Hey, look, would you ever be interested in this line of work?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "But like I knew what you guys did."
Right.
And to my understanding, this was just a mock interview.
Right.
They're like, "Oh no, it was, but like you did really well and like your stories and everything, like just I think you'd be really good for this line of work."
Right.
And we can do it here or we can do it in Cleveland. I was like, "Oh no, like I genuinely don't have an interest in it." Like I was just practicing my interview skills, and I thought I did horrible because I thought I didn't get the right blinks. I don't know the number of blinks you're supposed to get, but I feel like I was definitely off.
I can't say I know that either.
When I tell you nervous energy, I was so nervous. Now it's just kind of like I'm more relaxed.
Put this on camera. Sorry, y'all.
Now I'm more relaxed and I get it. But at the time, I was so nervous. Like if I have to practice to interview and just answer simple questions,
right?
How am I gonna get through life?
So I feel as though if I were to get interviewed now, it's not them interviewing me; it's me interviewing them.
Oh, you stepbrothers.
Like I'm not like the
your
last
wife, Barbara Walters, Oprah.
Right. Like that's just how I see things now. Like
it's different, yeah.
I know what you're gonna get from me as an employee. Like I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to get from y'all.
But yeah, it works that way. And there was another vendor company that worked for company I worked for, and they were hiring people, and I was like, hey, like, you've been complaining about people, like, throw them a good question. I've been asked if you can like describe your personality as a color, not like your color, like your personality as a color, describe it and why. And
color, huh?
Or like if you were a kitchen appliance, what appliance would you be and why? Like I haven't had that one, but I've heard other people, they've been asked that. The color one, I went through like red. No, that's usually like people that are like heated easily, like bad tempered, this, that, and the other. Blue is like, oh no, they're just too cool and like this, that, and the other. Like I'm not cool enough for that. And I started going through like all these, like I basically described every color that I'm not. And I ended with me being gray. And they're like, why are you gray? And I was like, I feel like there's a lot of rules in the world, like social standards rules here, there, whatever. Like everybody says these like unjust rules. And then like I'm kind of that gray area in between where it's like, it's different. And I was like, I feel like that's kind of where I lie all the time. It's just like in that gray area.
I feel like I'd be a teal.
Describe it. What you got?
I don't really have a description. I just feel like
why are you teal?
I can put teal.
Teal's a blue.
A teal, you
just cool?
Teal's like a green.
Okay, why green? You think you got money?
No.
You got a little business, you got money?
No, I just feel as though a teal, I could be something as serious as, somebody having on a nice suit with a teal tie, and it's like a power move. It's like, oh shit, he's bold. He wore teal, or it could be as simple as
like Bad Boys too,
right? or it could be as simple as like, oh shit, like
let me see you know.
I got a red and teal airhead. Like this shit is delicious. It's like complete opposite side of the spectrum. Like I can cover end to end.
I feel like I gave a 10-minute answer for mine, and you were either an airhead or a tie. And you can't explain that. You can't explain why for either. It's delicious.
I mean, okay, I'm fucking delicious. I don't know. Take a bite. I can't. I mean, I couldn't describe myself as a color.
I can't do it.
I'm gonna say
I can't do it.
I couldn't describe myself as a color. I mean,
like I said, it took
black. Hello,
but it wasn't about that,
right? But I mean, like,
it more so took me describing everything I wasn't first to find out. Okay, here's how I see myself.
It makes sense.
That was the big thing for me, and like that's where I talked it out. I'm like, all right, like this isn't this. Answer is good and this answer is bad. They really don't care about one of those.
That could be another show.
I'll say, what kitchen appliance would you be?
Me?
Doesn't matter what you are.
Why?
What
kitchen appliance would I be?
Yeah. It's the why. It's always the why. How well can you communicate?
I'd be like a
when I
KitchenAid mixer.
Why?
Because there's nothing you can put in me or display to me that I can't, mix together and figure out.
You gotta end that with an hour.
But
yeah, like I told somebody in HR, like, hey, look, you should start asking like these interesting questions. I was like, it's not about the answer. Like what they say initially doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How they describe it, like, can they talk?
Right.
And it doesn't even have to be like, oh, God, I don't use proper English like shit. Especially at the time when you look at my Facebook statuses that we talked about
the
before,
one that I just learned how to
land, yeah, back in the land, just chilling.
Oh man, there was one person that used to get on me about my grammar back then. Not gonna disclose that person's name, but man,
can I get a hint? Would I know who they are?
Yeah.
Was you a fish?
What?
You weren't trout?
No.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's just
no, it was different.
It was different back then.
But I meant it when I said it.
That's what you want to
when
be
I
known
said,
for.
Hit the cell. Who trying to chill? I meant that.
I wish somebody would have hit my cell. Hello.
You also got to remember, like we was on like a limited number of characters per text.
Yeah.
And you was texting to update your Facebook status.
It was a 200.
Like 150, 200. Yeah. So you weren't speaking out your whole feelings. You couldn't like nowadays it's you type that shit in and like as a reader I gotta click see more.
Yeah.
Well, see more wasn't an option. That was just a second status. Continue.
Man, yeah. Times are different.
And you had to be pissed to send 2 of them. For sure.
Well, I think we got what we got for our next show then.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you guys for listening.
Absolutely.
This whole time. If you have other recommendations, definitely send them our way because we're going to talk it out, tell you the way we see it.
Absolutely. Just Trey and Mike talking shit.
Learning, man. Seeing how things have been and how things are. And
also, I think for our next one, could somebody tell us any kind of drink recommendation? Like,
what y'all got? Are you talking like you want a mixed drink? You want a shot?
I don't. Whatever.
Just yeah. Give us a heads up by like Tuesday so we can get the shit ready for the Thursday.
Yeah.
How about that?
Absolutely. We can do that.
And we'll give you our cheers.
Cheers.
Well, shout out Alan. Say for now we're just gonna do Bud Light because y'all recommend it.
Cheers. Have a good one, folks.
Love you guys. Thank you. Happy April Fool's Day. Hope you didn't get fooled too hard.
Happy Easter.
Yeah.